Hey guys, I'm going to do a little comparison of a couple amplifiers. This is the Lewis Electric Columbia Reverb. It's a 112 combo that can be configured with 6V6's or 6L6's. Right now I have a pair of 6V6's in it, they're JJ's. And the volume is on 3, the treble is on 5, the mid-range I have up to 6, and the bass is down to 2. It has a Jupiter 12LC speaker in it that's very full-bodied, and it's a little bit of a sizable cabinet, bigger than a Princeton, so it develops a really nice fullness. I'm going to compare to a Super B. This is the Tweed amp with the black stripe behind me. That's a Carr Super B, which is a 10-watt amplifier. I believe the Columbia makes around 20 watts with 6V6's, and so I'll showcase these in contrast to one another. The Carr has a 3-position switch called a Sting switch. I've got it configured right now in the 68 mode. It has 64, 68, or 72. So I have it in that middle position, the 68, which I think is the fullest and the most analogous to the Columbia. The Carr does have a 12-inch speaker, and so I'm going to use my Fender Custom Shop double bound 63 Telecaster with Peter Florance Voodoo TE60 pickups. And I do have some pedals engaged. I've got a Flint Reverb engaged. Matter of fact, let me make sure the amp reverb is down, just to keep everything equal so you can hear the amp in contrast to one another. And I have a Vemuram Shanks ODS1 overdrive pedal that I'll engage. And let me show you what this sounds like. And by the way, I've also got a Seymour Duncan Vapor Trail analog delay engaged a little bit as a slapback. So let me just show you the sound. This is just with the Vapor Trail and a little bit of the Flint reverb. It's in 70s reverb mode. This is the Columbia Reverb. I have my volume control all the way up. I've got my tone knob dialed down maybe 30%. This is middle pickup position. Again, with the Columbia, the volume it's just a hair over 3 with 6V6's. Here's the Super B. The volume is just a little bit under 12 o'clock noon. Treble is at 10 o'clock. Mid-range is at about 1 o'clock. And the bass is at about 10 o'clock. And again, this is in 68 mode. Is the Carr Super B. It's full. That's a really nice clean sound. It's a 10-watt amplifier. So when I dig in, I can get some natural breakup. So that's something that's pretty cool about the Super B. Now with 6V6's, and again, these are JJ's. JJ's are a little bit, they're probably the hottest 6V6's on the current tube market right now. It's last day of February, or no, actually it's first day of March, 2023. Actually, there is some breakup there. I'm feeling the slam, the greater power. It's a nice sound. It's a little bit hot, but not bad. All right, So now I'm going to roll off my guitar volume. Let me go to the bridge pickup. And now I'm full volume on the bridge pickup. And break up. Let me take the mid-range up to, well, let me just take it up to like 8 or 9. I gotta tell you, that's pretty loud in the room, but it's band volume that would play well with acoustic drums. Pickup, and again this is a Voodoo TE60 bridge pickup wound to 8.3K. Here is the Carr Super B, again in full 10 watt mode. The volume is at noon and I'm in 68 mode. That's with the mid-range at 1 o'clock. Let me take it to 3 o'clock. Again, pretty hot in the room, and I can adjust my volume down and go back to the Columbia. That's pretty badass. The Columbia, the recorder may be levelizing or leveling the overall volume, so it may sound similar to you, but in the room I'm feeling more percussive airspace moving with the more powerful Columbia. At 20 watts, it's twice the wattage of the Super B, but in terms of volume and fullness, they're both really good. Let me take the... I'm going to roll off the volume knob. I rolled off to about 7. Again, no overdrive pedals are engaged. That's just the amp. And I put it back to middle pickup position for that. Here's the Super B, same thing. Take the mid-range to maybe 2 o'clock. Let's do that with the bridge. That was the middle. Pickup. Here's a bridge pickup in the Columbia. knob. It's a pretty civilized volume, but let me roll on. That was rolled off to about maybe 8 or so. So let me, here's full range, full volume. Alright, again, now that's with the mid-range up to 9. Let me take it to like 6.5 or 7, just a little under 7. And again, that's about 3 in the volume knob, so that's pretty cool. Let me go to the middle pickup position. This guitar is so classic. Just a great, great Tele. My volume is full open on the Tele. When I dig in, it's got some bark. Let me turn off the slapback delay. Here's just reverb. Nice sound. All right. We come to the Super B. Again, volume straight up at noon, 68 mode. Mid-range is at about 2 o'clock. Shockingly loud and capable, being half the wattage. But the difference is when I dig in, or if I engage a drive pedal, the extra 10 watts, making a total of 20 on the Columbia, gives it more support for an overdrive pedal. And I'll show that to you in just a second. But here. Middle pickup position, volume's wide open on the Tele. That was again the Super B, here's the Columbia. Pickup position. When you go to the bridge, you get a little more mid-range, and that pushes the amp and you get a little more break up. Here's the bridge. So now, let me play a loop. I'm going to engage. I'll bring my slapback delay back on. think that's a nice sound. I'm going to use a Vemuram overdrive pedal to showcase these while a loop is playing, so you can hear what happens when I engage a drive pedal. Actually, let me engage the drive pedal before the loop is playing. Alright, so here's no drive pedal, bridge pickup. Now that's digging in. I can roll off my guitar volume. It's kind of got some attitude. Let me roll on the volume. I'll just use a light touch. So that's nice. Just even full volume on the Tele. But dig in and you start to get some bark. So. But dig in. Let me take off the slapback. That's no drive pedal. I'm wide open. Now let me engage the Shanks ODS1. This is like a Nobles. This was a kind of a boutique takeoff of the Nobles ODR1 overdrive pedal that the guys use a lot in Nashville. With the Shanks overdrive pedal into the Columbia on 3. Again, the mid-range is, right now it's about a little under 7. Here's the Super B. Let me show you the amp with no overdrive pedal. Here's with the Shanks overdrive. To get a little more of a repeat in time with the rhythm. And that was the Super B. Here's the Columbia. Say with overdrive it's a bit tighter on the Columbia. I don't know if the recording is bearing that out. Let me just quickly, I wanted to come back to just soloing over a loop and show you what that sounds like. Turn off the halo. Okay, here we go. And I did move to the neck pickup. That was a Columbia. Here is the Super B. I started in the middle. Here's the middle pickup position. That's the Super B. Here's the Columbia. Alright, so now let me do that and I'll engage the overdrive, the Shanks overdrive. And I'll start clean and then I'll kick in the overdrive, you'll hear it. I'll just start right here with it engaged. Just some different sounds, clean, dirty, different pickup combinations, rolling off the volume knob. Again, I tend to play the Super B always in full watt mode for me, at the 10 watt mode, and I've been playing it in 68 switch mode versus the 64 or the 72. The 64 gets cleaner. We could spend a whole lot more time just on the Super B, but I have these set up the way that I use them, and I think that they sound the most similar. So, hope that was helpful. Welcome your thoughts at 6V6's and the Columbia Reverb, Lewis Electric, wonderful amplifier, and the Carr Super B.